Hi Pisces, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your reading for the month of August 2019, starting from the new moon in Leo on July 31st. So, we're starting off with questions about home. What does home mean to you? Because we have Cancer. Cancer energy. This could be someone you're dealing with who's a Cancer. I'm recording this at nighttime, so I'm doing the best I can with lighting here. But, hope you can see this. We've got a very spiny shelled crab defending their territory, defending their shell with this beautiful little beetle. It's interesting actually, because whatever this exact beetle is, I found that iridescent type beetle. It was dead, but I found it whole walking in the woods recently. So interesting. Cancer energy. So it's almost like that's something that this Cancer energy is trying to defend. Something precious that shines. Pardon the noise outside. And this shell is sort of like the home. I'm almost like feeling like you're cupping it so perfectly. You know, when I carried that beetle home, I didn't want it to get smashed in my bag or in my pocket or anything, so I carried it in my hand the whole hike back because I wanted to make sure it was okay. You know, it felt very delicate. So there's something very delicate that you're protecting here with a spear, protecting from incoming arrows, which is interesting because we also have the Eight of Wands. You know, speaking of incoming arrows, here they are. Some communication coming in. This could be regarding love. Sometimes they're called Cupid's arrows. And, you know, with Cancer, we are looking at emotions. We're looking at a home for your heart. We're looking at where your emotions feel safe. Where your heart is. You're defending that here. Something's incoming. Right, we'll get some clarity on this, get some more cards, but right at the center here we also have the Six of Swords, which is a card of moving on. Honestly, it's a card of moving from rough waters to safer waters, carrying what you have with you, and this person doesn't look happy about that. You may be, you know, we have a card about home and we have a card about physically moving. So somebody could be moving and you might be a little bit sad about that. That might feel bittersweet. It might feel hard to be moving on in that way, in such a big way. For others of you, this is simply moving from like rough emotional waters to calmer waters to smoother waters. The feeling of this is like you got to get on the boat, and I'm telling you, I'm seeing a lot of resistance in this card, a lot of sadness, a lot of not wanting to move on, but it's like you got to get on the boat. You got to get on the boat to safer pastures, to safer waters for your heart here. And I think something's coming in that's really going to ask you to do that. I'll give you the opportunity to do that. So what else is here for Pisces? All right, we got 3 cards wanting to come through. Let's see how they go. Wow. The Tower. Right at the center of your reading for August is the Tower. This is the lightning. You know, this is you having built a whole tower. Again, I'm seeing house. Someone might be moving house. There is a lightning coming in to strike what you've built and kind of set it ablaze, because something that you have built was built on a false foundation or built on a foundation that's not stable enough. And so when the lightning strikes the crumble, you're my last reading, bear with me. When the lightning strikes, the tower crumbles. All right? When the lightning strikes, the tower crumbles, because you've got to get back to basics. You've got to rebuild the foundation on something stronger, maybe on different land. Whether that's metaphorical for you or an actual move. I'm seeing loss here with the 5 of coins. This is a card about fear of material loss, fear of scarcity, fear of not having enough. That could be physical resources, that could be resources of your heart, emotional resources, fearing that you're not going to have what you need. Okay, so I've never seen this before. We have this person pleading, which is actually, I'm getting you. This is you pleading, like, please don't go. Or like, you know, it's like someone or something is moving on here. And then there's another energy, maybe you, that's like, please don't go. Please don't make me move. Please don't make me go. Please don't make me say goodbye to this thing or lose this thing. Or maybe it's you to someone else, you know, maybe someone else is trying to leave and you're like, please don't go. Begging, please don't go. But this person, and they're not happy about it either, but they're like, this is too much, I gotta go. But what I saw, there's like I want you to see this. There's a hand right here, the back of a hand. There's a little snake. I mean, there's lots of snakes in this card, but there's a little snake coming out from that hand. I don't know what that means. I don't know why I'm being drawn to that. I don't know. Okay, whoa. There's definitely a sense of somebody turning their back. Somebody kind of turning their back on you. Because I'm also seeing this. This person begging. Wait, yeah. This person begging, please don't go. And then here's another person, which strangely enough, I don't think I've ever really noticed. There's another person really subtly right behind her, right behind this person. Looking down. The coin is over their face. Can you see it? It's like you two have your back to each other. This can sometimes be a card of feeling left out in the cold. So, with the Cancer card out here, it's definitely about home. It's definitely about relationships. Maybe this could be family, or someone you consider family, someone who is close to you like that, in a very intimate way. And there's some communication that's coming in that's looking like someone is making a choice. 2 of Wands. That causes a big tower moment. Something crumbles, major change, and someone is moving on here, and it's like or either you're not happy about someone else moving on, or you're not happy about the fact that you have to move on, or someone else is not happy about the fact that you're moving on, okay? Take it however it resonates, but something's coming in and asking you to move on. And I'm really drawn to the grass. You know, I think the snake piercing through the hand, it's sort of just like transformation that wounds. Like, this is whatever this is really hard, but it's super transformative here with the snakes. It's asking you to shed a skin. But I'm really drawn to the grass being very literal. Something about, you know, grass being like land, being the foundation that you're building this on. Needs to change, needs to shift, was maybe rooted in fear rather than truth. I don't know. We're going to take some more clarity here. This is an interesting read here, dear Pisces. Okay, what else for Pisces in the month of August? The Star card. It's a card of healing. It's a card of hope. It's a card of have faith. Right? So whatever this process is that feels really hard, there's a purpose. The Knight of Coins. This is very slow moving energy, not wanting, again, it's just literal. You don't want to move. Somebody doesn't want to move. This is a card that says it's time to move, whether that's physically, emotionally, whatever. It's time to move on. It's time to go to safer shores. This is a Tower moment coming in and like forcing that to happen. And this is you down here or somebody in some stuck energy being like, I don't want to go. It's a bit resistant. I don't want to move. I don't want to move. I don't want to move. It's literally a statue. I don't want to move. Okay, final card for Pisces here. Oh, we got two. Pisces, this is hard. Okay. Again, more stubbornness with the Nine of Wands. Whatever the situation is, it's got you or maybe many people in the situation, y'all like really tired. It's got y'all really tired, beat up even. See how this person's like bandaged, physically bandaged. Been through it. Got all the walls up. Notice, talk about like towers. Here's a tower in the back. It's like, not only did I build a tower, but I'm insisting on staying here. You know, it's like, I built this thing and I built this and I built this fence around and I built this whole land and I'm going to stay here and I'm going to do this. The energy I'm getting from this card in this reading for you, Pisces, is a bit stubborn. I'm going to stay even if it kills me. And then again, we have with the home, the Ten of Pentacles. It's like, here's this archway, you know, with the keystone or whatever. It's like, it's a castle even at the top. Looks kind of like you're inside the home looking out through the doorway into this beautiful garden. And everybody's working together and everything's harmonious. Now this came out in reversed. I think you're staying because you worked really, really hard to build this thing and you want it to work so bad. And so you're like, I'm staying in it come hell and high water. I'm not making the choice to you know, I don't want to move. I'm just hearing the Knight of Coins. I don't want to move. I don't want to move. But there's something not right with what you've been building. It's not working the way that you think it should or the way that you hoped it would. Something's not right here in the home. Something's not right here. Ugh, I hate to give you that message. Pisces. Okay, let's see what we can get regarding clarity. I think we do need to use the slow Holler deck here for clarifiers. So let's get some clarity for Pisces. I think we have to start with the Tower, maybe. Yeah. Actually, let's start with Cancer energy. Why is Cancer energy here for Pisces? Yeah. Page of Cups. This is definitely about love. In a sense, it's about, it's also about home, because in this card, I always see the container for your heart, you know, the container for the expression, the safe expression of your heart, emotions. Very emotional card, very intuitive card, very Piscean card, frankly. Cancer, Pisces, definitely watery, emotional energy here right off the bat. The container for your emotional, intuitive expression is what's up. So let's clarify the Tower. Five of Wands. Five of Branches. What I'm seeing here is like something is okay, this is specific. I'm getting like these branches like actually kind of like the Eight of Wands. Oh God, sorry about the lighting. Kind of like the Eight of Wands, like flying up out of nowhere and like busting this up. It's like where these two energies fit together like this, then here comes these wands busting it up a bit. So something's being busted up. And with the Five of Wands, that's energy where you can feel something isn't right. It's like internal confusion. You can feel something's not right. So it shouldn't come as a total surprise. And if it does, then you've just been avoiding stuff. What else? Can you tell us about the Tower for Pisces? Well, we just got the Tower. to confirm storm in this deck. This whatever this is needs to happen. We also got the Star. So trust that this Tower moment is divinely guided. It's here to shine a light, to illuminate through the darkness the way forward. It is trying to take you towards your destiny. That's what the Star does. Asks you to have faith in your destiny. So since the Star came out, I guess we'll clarify. Actually, let's wait. I really want to get clarity on the Six of Swords. You're being asked to move on in some way. Can we get some clarity on the Six of Swords for Pisces, please? What's the Six of Swords doing here for Pisces? We got the Five of Swords. You're being asked to move on from conflict. You're being asked to let what is dead die. You're only leaving two swords here with what is transforming here. And we have the Vulture, which is a carrion feeder, you know. Through this process, okay, sorry, I hate sharing this, but I'm getting a gross image and I think it's important. I'm actually getting the image of this vulture here trying to pick sustenance off of a complete skeleton that has been completely picked over. It's like the energy here of someone trying to stay in something that just isn't working. It's like you're still trying to get food out of a situation doesn't have any nutrients. Five of Swords is typically a card of conflict. So you got to move on from conflict. You got to move on from staying in something for too long, staying in conflict for too long, trying to get sustenance out of a place that just is not providing that for you. And then right behind it, we have the Priestess. We have the Oracle. We have your intuition coming through very strong here, saying, Pisces, you know. You can't run from this. You're being asked to move on in some way. So let's find out what's the Eight of Wands doing here for Pisces. What's the Eight of Wands? What's this incoming message for Pisces? What's the Eight of Wands doing here for Pisces? Cards just got really erratic. What is the Eight of Wands doing here for Pisces? Oh, wow. Interesting. We've got some positive cards coming in, which is good. Ace of Cups and the Sun. So the Sun is about you shining. It's about illumination. What I'm actually feeling from this is a less typical interpretation. I'm feeling that there's some sort of emotional confession, some sort of emotional emptying, because this glass, again, we have like a whole world here and a person right there in the middle and this like whole land that they've built or whatever. And it's like that whole thing is coming out. Someone is coming forward and sharing their heart and just like emptying it all out, like pouring out their emotions, pouring out how they feel, pouring out everything, the whole story. And that brings illumination, brings it out into the light of day. What else can we get about this Eight of Wands? What's it about? You know, with the Ace of Cups, it definitely feels like a love situation. Well, whatever this communication is, here's Pisces energy here. The Hangman, the Precipice. This is staying in limbo. This is not wanting to make a decision. This is not wanting to, this is trying to get a different perspective. So maybe this confession, this heart confession, this message coming in brings a different perspective to something. Maybe it leaves you in limbo, not knowing what to do. Because we have that right above the Two of Wands in reverse, which is not knowing what to do, not knowing what choice to make, not wanting to make a choice. So let's get some clarity on the Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands here for Pisces? Justice, intersection. This is balance. This is the scales being equal. Right on top of a mouth. Standing on top of a mouth that is upside down. I don't know, I'm feeling like somebody doesn't want someone to say what they're saying. Someone doesn't want someone to do that Ace of Cups offering. That's, again, just a very specific message, not traditional read of that card. Why is the Two of Wands here? It's like you don't want them to say, or they don't want you to say what needs to be said, because then that forces you to make a choice, and you don't want to do that. Yeah. I'm seeing someone just burying their head in the pillow. Thinking about it, processing it. Not wanting to choose. I don't know. Back and forth, just burying their head in a pillow, just like, But with justice, I do feel like a choice. Choice needs to be made. Can we get clarity? What's the choice that needs to be made? What is the choice? I'm supposed to take those two. Okay. This is another card that feels like moving to me, because this is stuck energy. This is stagnancy with the Eight of Swords. This is like stuck in your head. Not moving, staying trapped when you don't need to. You could just take off this blindfold and extract yourself from the situation. Somebody needs to be extracted from the situation here. And with the sailboat, I see that as a reflection of the boat here. The Three of Coins is a card of working together. I don't think you want to see the ways that this is not working. That's just like the message that keeps coming through. There needs to be a different, you need to sail to different lands in order for it to be collaborative, in order for it to work. I'm sorry if this is confusing. I hope this is resonating for somebody. So the Five of Coins, why is the Five of Coins here for Pisces? Gosh, the clarity cards are not providing me with very much clarity. I hope that somebody's getting it. Six of Wands. We have a card of victory. So, can we get some more here? Five of Coins, victory, and the Five of Coins. Can we get some clarity, please? As specific as you can possibly be. And of course, we get the Wheel of Fortune, which is like, just kind of gotta wait for change. Okay, I think change is coming in. There's certainly like confessions of the heart, communication coming in. That is calling, moving on from a situation, moving from tumultuous waters into calmer waters, and there's a lot of resistance to that change. There's a fear. There's so much fear. There's please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't make me go. Please don't make me move. The Tower is here to make that happen. And here's the Wheel of Fortune that's behind all of it. You know, it's like destiny. It's fate. It's fortune coming in and creating change. In order to bring victory, and there may be a loss that needs to happen as a result of that. Can you tell us more about that? What's this loss present with the Five of Coins? What needs to go? This is great, actually. What needs to go is heartbreak. So maybe that it's great and it's also hard. Maybe someone is feeling betrayed. Maybe there's been some sort of betrayal, some sort of heartbreak. With the Three of Swords, we get the tear here. There's been some sort of hurt and pain, and that needs to go. We're getting victory over that here. That's what needs to go. And that's what the wheel of change, the winds of change are blowing in order to bring justice to that heartbreak, I think. Even if that doesn't feel good, even if that feels hard. So let's get some clarity down here with the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Coins reversed. What is this resistance that I'm sensing? What is the resistance? Okay, let me ask a different question. What is not working? Why is the Ten of Coins in reverse? This beautiful garden and beautiful home that looks so great, why is it not? What's not working? Okay. There's something about boundaries here because we have the Visionary of Knives, the Queen of Swords coming in, fiercely protecting the truth. So there's something, it's like the truth is not being spoken. Again, because we have there's like a resistance to this, to someone pouring out their heart and like telling the truth of their heart. And this is internal truth. This is someone fiercely protecting their internal truth and calling for boundaries. This is like, this is what I need. This is not working for me. This isn't right, whether that's you or someone else. It's like someone coming in swiftly with the truth, with their internal truth. Maybe, okay. Sorry, she just looked at me and gave me a message. I want you to see her eyes. She's pissed. Maybe someone's boundaries are not being honored. Someone's truth is not being honored. Maybe they have expressed it and it's still not being honored. And so now they've been pushed to this point. What else can you tell us about the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Coins? Okay, we got the Nine of Stones. This is an energy. Actually, again, I'm just getting the same energy of, usually this is like solo energy. Sorry, I'm just trying to work with the lighting here. This is somebody that has built this little, again, tower for themselves, little house of stones. And they're on top of it, just like reaping all of the rewards of everything that they've built. But the energy that I'm getting from this is like, this goat is going to defend that mountain that they've built no matter what. It's a really sort of defensive energy. Really defensive. A lot of defensive energy coming out here. Okay, can we get some clarity on the Knight of Coins, please, for Pisces? Six of Stones. This is a card of reciprocity. What I felt from the Knight of Coins when it came out was like, you are, like, I literally just heard, I don't want to move. I don't want to move. And here we have a card of reciprocity, and it's almost like I'm seeing the stones that have been built in this circle, and it's like I want to stay in this circle, but there's something out here that's like, no, come over here. The flowers are over here. I'm almost seeing this Knight of Coins character standing inside these stones, being like, this is where it is. But that's, this is a card about reciprocity. It's a card about equal give and take. It's a card about balance. And here we have somebody staunchly defending, feeling the need to defend their boundaries. So perhaps there's not equal give and take happening in this situation currently. All right, why is the Star here for Pisces? Why is the Star here for Pisces? 2 cards. We have the Two of Wands. And we have Temperance, or the Alchemist. So again, I'm seeing a similar skeleton that we saw with the Five of Knives, and that vulture trying to eat from something that doesn't even have dead flesh on it anymore. It's just completely picked clean. I'm seeing that here. It's like now it's growing weeds. You know, I think this card came out for you before, Pisces. You can't breathe with weeds growing up through where lungs should be, you know? There's no flesh here. It's just like a pure skeleton with weeds growing through it. And I think the star is like divine intervention. This is divine intervention coming in and doing some alchemy. This is the unseen hands doing alchemy behind the scenes to help transform this situation and get you towards your North Star, towards your destiny, towards where you need to go. Okay. Tough read, Pisces. Very interesting and tough read. Okay, so now we're going to pull a card from the Goliath shadow deck. So a shadow deck, here's what it looks like. The illustrations are quite beautiful. Okay. Shadow energy is just the things that we're afraid to face, either in ourselves, the energies in ourselves, or in others, or in a situation that we are afraid of, that we are afraid to integrate perhaps. And by facing those energies, we can get really clear on the whole picture. And so that's what I'm hoping to help provide here for you, Pisces. What is the shadow energy that wants to come through for Pisces at this time? Again, with the Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. 2 repeat cards, hopefully shedding a little more nuance on the situation. So with the Five of Swords, they're calling it the white scorpion versus the black scorpion. So again, we sort of have like a shadow energy type battle here. It's almost like the shadow energy that's rearing up through this whole situation for you, and your reaction to the situation perhaps, or someone else's reaction to the situation, kind of feels like this. It kind of feels like this energy against this energy, and it feels really scary. It feels like this energy is going to win, because look how tiny just the light energy is, you know? There's like an imbalance between these two energies. They need to be integrated. But you'll notice that there's more swords on the side of the light than there are of this larger scorpion. So there is actually some kind of balance here to be found, even though it looks like an unfair fight. It only appears to be an unfair fight. It's also raining in that card. Hard struggle, fighting. And then we have the lovely Knight of Pentacles that comes out, the tranquil spotted doe. This is very much independent energy, this doe traveling alone, just stopping to sniff the flowers, to sniff the lotus. Tranquility, obviously, peace. And this coming through as a shadow energy, it's sort of like there's a lot of resistance present in this reading. What are you resisting? Are you afraid that there won't be tranquility on the other side? Because here we have a card of like an active battle versus tranquility. What would it take to turn towards tranquility? What would it take to move towards calmer waters? Which is what seems to be the resistance I'm picking up on here, whether that's you or someone you're dealing with is very resistant to moving to calmer waters. And so they stay in this unfair fight because they're resisting moving on to calmer waters. And here we have tranquility coming through saying, hey, if you do move to calmer waters, this is what it could be. This is what you're afraid of, you know? Really think about that. Why are you afraid of tranquility? Why are you afraid of moving to the calmer waters? What are you afraid of losing? Are you really going to lose that? Maybe it's something you need to lose in order to gain tranquility. Okay, so now we're going to get some advice from the Akta Spåman deck here. What's the advice for Pisces in this tough situation here in the month of August? What's the advice? Okay, we got 3. Lots of cards wanting to pop through. Practice gratitude. Reveal your innermost thoughts. That's interesting, coming through with the Queen of Swords, like advocating for what they need. And then the Ace of Cups, pouring out the emotions. Reveal your innermost thoughts. Reveal the things that you're afraid to reveal. Also, with the other 5 of Swords card, holding on to something that's like dead. Time to release it. And then we have Be the Change. So the Wheel of Fortune came out talking about change. The Tower is right at the center of your reading, calling for change, saying that there's going to be a change coming through with the 8 of Wands. This conversation is going to change things. Someone outpouring the heart is going to change things. Be the change. Maybe it's you that needs to pour out your heart. Maybe it's you that needs to do this. Allow that change, as we're seeing in this card, to pierce through you fully. And notice how the snake is coming out the mouth, in through the root, out the mouth. Let this come all the way through and out through your expression, through the throat chakra. Okay, you expressing your feelings or someone else expressing their feelings in the situation is how this whole thing changes, and the necessary change comes through. All right. So the final word for Pisces here from the beautiful Botanical Tarot. What is the final piece of advice from the Major Arcana for Pisces for the month of August? Okay. We have the Moon, which is Queen of the Night. Beautiful. The Moon is Pisces energy. This is a card of intuition, dropping into that intuitive knowing. And the Oracle came out. The Oracle, the Priestess came out, which is talking about this similar moon intuitive energies, came out under needing to express, and the 8 of Wands, which is incoming message, incoming communication. So I don't think you can see it coming right now because of the moon. When you're in the moon energy, it's hard to see. It's hard to see what needs to happen. It's hard to see what's going on here, which is why you can't really use your eyes. You got to drop into your intuitive knowing. All right, the moon is your friend here. Drop into that more watery, emotional, intuitive energy and go with the changes. You know, the moon changes its phase constantly. It changes signs every 2 days or so, sometimes faster than that. So the moon is constantly changing, constantly changing. Go with the change. Be the change. Be the moon that is always changing and expressing their emotions as they change. Okay? See how you can practice gratitude in this situation, even though I feel a lot of resistance and it feels really hard. Is there anything that you can hold that feels like, well, at least I still have this. At least I have this here. Even if it's just gratitude for yourself, you know? Okay. Pisces, this has been your reading for the month of August. If this resonated with you, if you're enjoying these videos, please do click the like button. That helps us ride the algorithm and get this video out to the other Pisces that need to hear this message. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so we can stay connected. I'm going to check back in with you mid-month, mid-August to see how everything's going here. If this really resonated with you and it sounds like your situation and you want to dive into something deeper, more specific, it really feels to me like this situation needs a little more specificity. So if this is calling to you, please get in touch with me. The link is below to my website where you can see the options for a private reading with me. Let's see how this energy is playing out in your specific situation so we can get a little more specific guidance here. Also, if you want to dive deeper into this type of work, the link for my Patreon is also below. You can check out the lots of free resources that I have over there, and if it feels like it's a good fit, you can become a patron and get a personal reading from me a month if you like. All right. Thanks for listening, Pisces. Take care of yourself during this transition time.